Welcome back. It's May. We're going to do May signs today. All right. In April, we did one project that we wanted to sell on Etsy to see how it goes. And we were selling these arrows, remember? Okay, so if you saw my last videos, this is basically what we're making. And we're selling it on Etsy. And we went through the marketing, analysis, and all that stuff to figure out why we wanted to sell these. So now we're going to be going through the next project for the month that we're going to be adding to our basket of goods, so to speak, and they are signs. And I'm going to be using the CNC here, this Shapeoko. It's an older one, but it works great. And what I did on Thursday and Friday was that I moved all of my equipment, most of my equipment, into this area of my my shop, and the other area is going to get finished off. So it's going to be a little tight in here, but we'll be able to do it. But I have a lot of scrap, and so I'm going to be utilizing pieces of plywood like this, for example, for some small signs. And I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not because it was construction grade sheeting. It's only a ½ inch, so it's not very thick. But what I thought about doing is, like, if I can make a design on this and then frame it with extra pine or extra hardwood that I might have, it would kind of gives it a little bit, you know, a nicer look to it. Now, I've seen a lot of these shops on Etsy. They have a similar wood background, and they'll paint it or stain it. And what they'll do is they'll put a vinyl on it, and that vinyl eventually peels off if it's not coated properly. Not all of them, but some. But the vinyl's pretty cool. But what I want to do is do it in wood. And so what I did is that I made up a small sign, and it's just a coffee sign. And what I wanted to do is paint the background and maybe paint the letters. And so I experimented with it, and so I just did the carving first to see what sort of tear out that I might have. And I had a little bit, not much tear out, but little furs. So I need to pick up some more sandpaper so I can finish making a sanding mop. And that'll get into the groove so I can sand it out better. So I'll be doing that probably today, maybe tomorrow. So anyway, I painted the sign black like this one. And this is just pallet wood here. And I just sanded it down to 120, and then I painted it black. So now I'm going to carve on this. And I think I was about carving either espresso or maybe antiques. I think maybe espresso. I don't know. We'll figure that out as I go. So that's probably going to be one of the next carvings. But I wanted to see what the plywood would look like if I painted it black. So I did that. I painted it black, and this is what I ended up with. All right, so I carved it, and then I painted the entire thing black. Then I just sanded off the surface. And this actually turned out pretty nice. I kind of like the colors, you know, the black remaining on the main surface. It just gives some highlights to it. It also made the wood a little bit colored, so it gives it that that aspect. And I like this sign. I'm probably going to keep this for myself, but I'm going to make a frame for it, and then I'm going to put it over by my coffee pot, so I know where my coffee's at. But anyway, what's nice about woodworking is that you can make things for yourself, your family, for your friends. You don't always have to sell these things, but every once in a while you come up with something and you're like, hey, I like that, so you keep it. Now, I made up some other signs as well. I experimented by learning how to do a vertical listing of letters. And there's a channel out there, it's called A&E Timber. If you can, visit him. He does some really nice stuff on his router, various aspects to woodworking and shop work. Really nice channel. So what I want to do is try to figure out how to do this. So I watched his video, and I basically did almost everything step by step, a little bit differently, but almost the same. He has a great technique on how to tile this, basically, to get your letters all lined up. Now, my letters ended up being a little bit small, so this is a practice piece for me. So I'm going to see if I can paint it black, sand it all off, maybe stain it a nice color, maybe like I was thinking maybe like an early American or a light walnut. Just give it a little pop to it. So I'm going to do that. I also made up my chickens. We had a big thunderstorm recently, so I used this piece of pallet wood, and I started to make a sign, and I didn't attach it all the way to my table the way I normally do, and it rotated on me. I was lucky, I caught it. I didn't get into the carving much, but I made a mistake on the backside. But that's okay. I ended up reattaching it to my table, and this is what I made. It's a nice V groove, the Girls Club, fresh butt nuggets, that's what it says down there. Hopefully you can pick it up on the camera. But I like the idea that it still had saw marks to it, and I'm going to be painting this and preparing it for outdoor weather elements. So I guess I'm going to have to do like a polyurethane or a spar urethane. Probably going to go with the spar. Yeah. I can pick up another gallon of that. Anyway, I got that ready to go. And then just last night, I just wanted to putz around. I have a lot of these little shelf sitter blocks, and I used to make up different signs on them with vinyl. I didn't really sell all that many of them, but what I want to be able to do is offer somebody a listing on my Etsy shop where I can utilize this, and they can actually put on here anything they want. I just have wildflowers on here right now because I thought that would be kind of cool. But again, with the mop sander, I need to be able to get inside all of these letters and pull off a lot of those shavings. So that's the idea on that. I just want to give you a quick update on what we're doing, and I also want to cover the tariff deal going down. Now, I think the tariff deal is going to be very good because you're going to be able to make these signs or any other projects, bird feeders, little baskets, barbecue carries, anything like that, but small projects that are not going to have to compete as badly with the imported goods from cheaper countries like China and Mexico and Vietnam and all the other places. So it'll be a homegrown type of stuff, but if you make it home, a lot of the shelves are going to be going empty if the tariffs stay in effect. So think about toys, whether it be wooden toys, plastic toys. A lot of those imports are going to be costing 2 to 3 times as much as they do now. You're going to be able to utilize wood or other materials and get these things made up, hopefully for the holidays, made for birthdays, graduations, any special events, and you're going to be able to market them just better. Think about plant stands. Here this spring, I'll be making a bunch of plant stands myself, and we'll be making some YouTube videos. I had a request talking about videos about making shadow boxes. I used to make those and sell those. They weren't big sellers, but I can make one up. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me make up a quick shadow box. I normally do with the acrylic on the top with a sliding cover on it. I don't think I have one. I may have one upstairs. I'll have to go see. But if I do, I'll give that as the intro. We'll go ahead and make it, and we'll see if it sells. They're quick builds. They're very easy, but you can do all sorts of different styles to them as well. That's about it for today. I thank you for stopping by. Please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. We have more videos this month coming, and we're going to talk more about the dollars and cents, the nickels and dimes, a little bit of marketing, some analysis, and why we do what we do. Okay, I thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll talk to you later. All right, bye.